Hi everyone, welcome to Walk the Talk with Bulbeer. Today I have this gorgeous young woman sitting here. Hi Noorein.
Hi.
This is Noorein Kapoor from Noorein Kapoor Design Studio. Have I got that right?
You got it absolutely right. And here I am having coffee with Bulbeer.
Thank you so much for making time, and I look forward to having a lovely chat conversation with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thanks for making time. So tell me something, what inspired you to get into interior design?
I was in the 7th grade. I was in a boarding school. I used to come home for holidays, and my house was under renovation. My mom was struggling with magazines, picking up interior design magazines, going through references, giving it to the carpenter. At that time, we didn't have interior designers, and, we used to just execute our homes with, carpenters and, plumbers directly, right?
Direct contract.
So, yeah, directly. We were contractors, we were designers, everything. So, I remember my mom going through all these magazines, and it really caught my eye. And I was very interested when I was going through these magazines. And I was seeing simultaneously, wardrobes coming up and the carpenter coming home and doing this, doing that. So, it was very interesting. And, I started helping my mom at that time. And I got very interested in this whole industry.
Wow.
And since then, I started telling my mom that I'm going to be an interior designer. So when I came back to my boarding school, I kept telling everybody I'm going to be an interior designer. All my friends used to be like, you're going to definitely change your decision, post 10th grade. You're going to change your decision post 12th. But I stuck to my decision. And today, on my boarding school, on my group, on my, on our friends chat, everybody's like, okay, this girl has really been, she's made it. She's kind of, yeah.
That's awesome. I must say, this is a very quick decision at a very young age, which you stuck by.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, because what happens is when the kids are young, we show them, we offer a platter to them for them to take a call at what they would like to get into. They, go through various different subjects and finally take a decision.
Yeah, it just became like a passion calling. Like it just kind of converted.
Amazing. And boarding school was this?
It was in St. Hilda's in Ooty.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I just kind of developed that liking, that fondness towards design when I saw things coming up.
So did you start making changes in the
school? So in my own room at that time when, we were doing our house, I told my mom I wanted to do pink, very light, like a dusty pink. No, like a dusty pink.
Okay.
Not a girly pink. And she was like a very onion pink for the wardrobes. Detailed it out with like a little border, chose grey color for like walls. So, it turned out very well.
7th grade is what, 14?
Yeah.
13, 14.
Yeah.
That
was very interesting.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's where it started, and here I am today.
Lovely. That is one journey, I must say.
My mom is really proud.
I think even your school teachers, your principal, whoever you are in touch with.
All my friends also.
Of course, your friends must be like super proud of you.
And I remember there was this whole, art class that we had to do in school. And it was like, taking any of the architectural buildings and drawing it. So I drew the entire Buland Darwaza very beautifully. And so even that, like, the whole architectural, like, with all the details in it. And
you still have that with you?
I have it with me somewhere.
I'm going to share it with.
I will. I'll find it. Yes, I will. It is there. So it's very precious. It's there.
Of course, I would like to post it too.
Yes, 100%.
For sure.
I do have a picture. I'll put it.
So what is your design philosophy?
Recently, I've started believing that, yes, sure, less is more, but I think it all depends client to client. There's a minimal way of designing, there's a maximal way of designing. But I just feel that at the end of it, you can do a minimalism design, you can do maximalist, but, just detailing the right details. God is in the details, right? We believe in that. So I think the details are supposed to be crisp, and that sets the tone of any design. So that's something I believe in.
What kind of projects do you like?
I heavily do like a lot of residential projects for sure. But, I think even hospitality is really fun. Lately, we are working on a beautiful restaurant project. We're working on this hospitality project. It's a boutique hotel in Udaipur. So the restaurant that we're working on is right on the Lake Pichola, which is stunning. So that's lately, is kind of keeping me going, and it's pretty exciting, and I'm really looking forward towards that project.
So you said you're doing projects in Udaipur. So which are the other cities that you?
We're right now also working on a project in Dubai.
Okay.
It's a luxury office space, which is also very interesting because that's our first international project that we've got under our arm. So that's very
Congratulations. I wish you all the best for that.
Thank you so much. And we're doing high-end residential projects. So, I love actually working on residential projects.
Okay.
That was
going to be my next question.
Yeah. So residential projects are fun. They are very, very detailed. They're very hectic because, you're dealing with so many people in the family and stuff. But I think with every family comes a different design aesthetic sense because, I do believe that a home has to reflect, the people who are living in it, right? It cannot be me. It cannot be Noorein Kapoor. It has to be my client.
Correct.
So working on every, design with their personality in it is, makes every project look different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So coming to my next question, but it is going to be related to what you said, that you while you were in 7th grade, you started thinking of design.
Yeah.
At that very young age. So what do you think is, what message would you like to convey to those new interior designers coming up now?
I think truly follow your passion. That's very, very important. Do not give up and just be consistent. That's what I did. I was just consistent all the time, and I was just not giving up. So yeah, don't give up. Just be consistent.
Consistency is the key.
In anything you do, right?
In anything.
In anything we do, like whether you work out, you have to be consistent.
That's where I was coming from.
Yeah. Even, I woke up in the morning, did my workout and came. So you have to be consistent with anything in life.
Right. Anything that you want to achieve.
Right. Any goal. So consistency is everything.
And after consistency comes challenges.
Yes, once you're an interior designer, oh God, there are so many challenges that we go through in a day, in our life, in this profession. Time management is key. It's like one of the biggest challenges because, from designing to execution, to every day, being stuck in the traffic and really managing your time, plus managing the execution time of a project, to be at it. So time management is key. It's very challenging. And I think apart from that, selling your big ideas to a client is such a challenge, right? For example, if I want to put a rug on the ceiling, I want to put a rug on the ceiling. Now the client is not going to understand why I want to put a rug on the ceiling. But to sell that idea and for your clients to really have that trust in you, to understand the why.
Correct.
Is very important. And I think working on BOQs, the budget of a project, budgeting is so important. So what we've started doing is obviously, you can't just go onto a BOQ or just, think that gradually you will design and then, you can kind of keep adding to, your home. You have to be able to design completely, finish your design process and then go into a BOQ process because then you've set your budgets correctly and then there's very little room for escalation. So this is something that I think, every day we're not. There's no, it's not like I know it all. I do not. Yeah. And every day, me and my team, we're just learning and that's never going to stop.
So tell me something that when you said rug on the ceiling, was that challenge accepted?
No, it was. We just did it in Udaipur for the restaurant, but which is, the upper restaurant. There are two parts of the restaurant. One is the upper part and one is the lower part. So the lower one is on the Lake Pichola, which we are designing. The upper one is, which we've completed. And we put rug on the ceiling and it's turned out beautiful. And people don't understand it. Some people understand it, some people don't get it. But I think a lot of people have come out and appreciated it.
So did it take you time to explain, to get those guys to agree?
I think it was in one meeting. I think they were convinced. They were amazing and they were convinced.
So that means she has great convincing power.
Absolutely.
No discussion on that.
Absolutely. When I know I want something, I would love to not give my clients a choice for that. But no, it's not that we don't listen to our clients. I think that's most important. But we try to explain the why. Once you explain the why to them about something, I think, it's easily...
No, I also personally feel that, once they've given you the project, there's a reason, why they have trusted you.
Yeah.
So, if they've given you the project, then it calls for you to give the suggestions which are, state of the art.
Absolutely.
And totally out of the box at the same time.
Absolutely. And especially when you're doing commercial projects and stuff, you want something that is out of the box. In residential projects, not always you can do these kind of things.
Correct. You can always have these trials and, these different kind of looks in restaurants because they're going to be visited by different people all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Really? When are we going to Udaipur?
Come tomorrow. Let's go.
No, I'm surely going to come see this restaurant.
Please come. We are closing out the project now. The second phase is going to get done by Diwali.
Okay.
So yeah, we should be on and running.
Super. Yeah. All the best again.
Thank you.
So tell me something. What about your, how do you relax? How do you just unwind?
So
do you unwind?
Yes, absolutely. And I need it. I absolutely need it. My routine is, I wake up early in the morning. I work out in the morning. I can't do a workout in the evening because by the end of the day, you're dead. But what I love to do in the evening when I get back home is actually to switch off. The best way I switch off is to just Netflix and chill because literally, I just leave my mind behind and I can watch anything that's mindless also, but it just kind of
you down.
It just kind of, I just watch it. I just binge watch something for an hour and then I go to sleep. Or I read. Well, I prefer reading when I'm in a more calmer environment, not in the city, when I'm away from the city. When I'm away from the city is when I do more reading. But when I'm in the city, somehow I just tend to just watch something and sleep. Yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think, whatever makes you feel comfortable at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You feel like you've had a great day and you just want to unwind and relax.
Yeah, I don't go out much. I'm really bad at it. But what I do is I go out a lot more in the morning. So I actually relax in the morning. I get my mornings in. And I go for a workout. After my workout, I get coffee with my bootcamp friends or we get breakfast together and that's my time. Wow. And then I start my day because then I feel, my day is amazing. I've got that perfect start. I've felt like I've done something for myself.
Totally.
And then when the jar is full, you can pour.
Exactly.
So, you can't work on an empty jar.
Strategy too.
Yeah.
For me, waking up early morning is my time.
Yeah.
Until 9:30 till I finish my workout, my prayers, everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like no one can touch this time.
Yeah. And you feel good.
I feel so fresh.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to take on the day.
That's exactly.
And that's how I every single day.
Every single day. And that's where you have to be consistent with this routine because routine is everything in life.
And that routine comes from discipline.
Discipline. So, when you get your mornings in and you fill your jar, you pour it, then you're ready to pour from a full jar. Yeah. Can't pour from an empty jar.
And it's full of happiness.
It's full of happiness.
That's what
you're translating in design also.
Exactly.
Yes.
So tell me something about Ace-Tech.
Ace-Tech, I think Ace-Tech and me go back a long way again. We used to be in college in Rachnas and, since then, I think, we were all, who doesn't know Ace-Tech, right? When you're in design, you have to know Ace-Tech. So, back in the day from college, we all used to gather together and go to, to Ace-Tech, to the exhibition and, have a fun day. And, it used to be a great field day to explore materials and see all the new things in the industry. So, Ace-Tech has been since then, my relationship with Ace-Tech has been since then. And it's amazing because I think it's amazing, how you all have kind of just only grown this platform. So thankfully.
It's all the support, of the entire industry, the fraternity, who has really been a great, great support. Words are less.
So you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks once again.
Thank you so much, Bulbeer.
Part of this.
It was amazing catching up with you. It seems fully in there.
Yes.
Yeah.